quarantined comedian. Spring is coming to town and we are still in quarantine, hence Quarantined Comedian with me, your favorite host, Ellie Weinstein. And today we have a guest of a ginormous talent, or just ginormous, Dino the Genetic Marvel Blitzes. He goes by the nickname Genetic Marvel because it's genetically impossible to be that size and not collect diabetes types like baseball cards, yet he manages. With his huge personality, it is amazing how hard it is to catch him online. Hi, hello.
Hi. Hi, Alan.
I haven't seen you in a while, like the whole...
I know, it's been so long. Yeah, thank you for bringing up my diabetes. That's nice. Yeah, I do have diabetes. So thank you for that.
Oh.
Yeah, nice.
Nobody knows. This is what I get for my jokes.
It's funny. I actually do a bit on it where I say I have type 5 diabetes. And then I watch as only some of the audience laugh. And then I point to the ones that didn't. I'm like, you guys didn't laugh. Diabetes doesn't get a higher number the fatter you are. It doesn't. I don't have like 2 3s and a 2, so I have to. That's not how it works. And they're all just like, "Oh yeah, we know." And you're like, "Nah, you didn't know. You guys are dumb." So
I feel like personally, I feel that there is a specific place in hell for people who joke like me about shit like that.
Oh, I think it's a special place in hell just for comedians in general. Okay, because we always try and look for. Trust me, I thought of a bit the other day where I was like, hey, I wonder if cyclopses only have 1 testicle or 2. Okay, because like it doesn't make sense. Like obviously the eye is there, but what else is 1? I think a cyclops should be just like half a man hopping. So he's got 1 arm, 1 leg.
We have 1 heart and 2 testicles or 2 ovaries, so it never measures like that. I don't feel like.
I'm just thinking. I'm just saying. Inquiring minds want to know. So how have you been?
Okay. I'm good. I'm actually ready to start round number 1 for us because I got introduced to you, but our viewers haven't yet.
Yes, absolutely.
You ready?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, let's go into the round number 1.
Great.
Round number 1, the about. In the round number 1, please tell us a little bit about yourself, like including your name and how long you've been doing comedy and what's your comedy style and stuff like that.
Well, my name is Dino the Genetic Marvel. The reason I go by that is because I'm on the wrong side of 400 pounds, yet I still can bounce my chest like I have pecs. So not having breasts, I think that's a pretty magnificent thing. In general...
we're in one club here. I don't have breasts.
Everybody loves titties. It's not my fault. It's, I've been doing comedy for about 2 years. Only 1 year was I really hustling, where I was going out like every night of the week and driving my wife crazy with that. But and then now this happened. So now I'm stuck at home having people message me going, hey, do you want to come to my comedy show? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, okay, it's going to be online. I'm like, no. That's not, I'm like, I'll do a podcast. I'll have a conversation with somebody. That's could be entertaining, get to know stuff. But these people are just going online going, I'm going to tell jokes to no one. I'm like, get a cat. Just get a cat, okay? And just be done with it, okay? I can't handle this anymore. But yeah, that's...
Well, actually, I have a show later tonight, but let's...
Yeah, but you're a foreigner. Who knows what's happening over there? It's not the same, right? This is like, in Canada, it's crazy. People are insane. In my life,
I tried to avoid webcamming as much as I could, and now I actually do that. So we all just end up being online prostitutes. Have you written a lot since quarantine started?
I can't. Yeah. I've been writing nonstop, and I'm doing my best to refine everything I write, so that when we're able to perform again, that I can really only do it like once or twice to really refine it, and then boom, and then it's good. And that's the real problem is what a lot of people don't understand, and this is a little inside baseball, is you really can't refine a joke and know where it goes until you do it in front of an audience. Even the shittiest of shit audiences. Can I swear? Is that okay? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Fuck, shit,
yes,
balls,
we are 18
okay?
plus.
Awesome. All right. I'm sure there's a bunch of 14-year-olds going, I heard him say fuck.
Out of the way.
So, yeah, until you're up there, even with a shit audience, you can't really figure out how everything works. And that's the frustrating part of it all is that we don't have access to that right now because everyone is terrified and hiding under the blankets. So it's a little tricky.
Yeah. Somebody's like trying to call me while we're online, and I'm just telling no to everybody. It's just your time. See, I'm very very dedicated to this. It's also I am wondering, like, you're gonna emerge out of quarantine being this big.
Like a butterfly.
Star
That's right.
with like tons of material.
Yeah. Do you remember in Bug's Life? Did you ever see that movie? There was a giant caterpillar who went into a cocoon and then came out still a giant caterpillar, but with those little wings, and he could fly. That's me. I'm gonna be like, oh, I am a butterfly. I'm so beautiful now. I can fly around the world. Exactly that kind of thing. That's what I'm going for.
Nice. Okay. Also, for the run number 1, I would ask you to tell us a story, and the story that I would ask you to tell, it's about the funniest woman in your life.
So, interestingly enough, there's a constant thing that happens, and it's so stupid. Is people always say, "Oh, she's funny for a female comic," and I'm like, that's not a compliment. That's like being pretty for a fat person. You know, it doesn't really jive. So I've
heard that a lot.
Yeah, I've had the luxury of. There's a couple of comedians. There's 2 specifically that stand out in my mind. One is Kelly Zemeckis. I was on her. She does a podcast where it's a cooking show.
Yeah.
And
I saw that show before we started talking. Actually, saw that show.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing is I love cooking. So it was really great, but then I just made it super awkward. Or I just looked directly at the camera. I'm like, she's beating me. You don't know. You know.
Also, she looks teeny tiny next to you,
Everyone.
and like getting you 2 in one shot is an interesting challenge.
Everyone looks tiny beside me. See, that's what people don't understand. Is like, so the weird thing is now during this quarantine, I've started working out again, and I've actually lost weight. So now I'm under 400 pounds. So I've lost like probably around, I would think about 40, 50 pounds, right? Now, for people like 40, 50 pounds, yeah, that's like a big dog that I've lost. But I'm like, for me, that's kind of like, hey, I didn't have breakfast for 3 days. Yeah, right? It's a little bit different. So I always like dwarf people, like, because I walk up behind them and they just disappear. They're just gone. You know? One of the bits I'm working on is I'm like, I tend to start off my sets with a very straight face, and I just kind of look like this, and just so you guys, they're just grumbling like that. Yeah. And one of the bits I'm working on is like people think that I brighten their day. That's what I'm known for. It's usually when I move out of the way of the sun. You know?
That's a good one.
And that's like little things like that where people are just like, nah, now it makes sense. He's very fat. You know, and it works. It works that way. But yeah, so Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly, we were at an open mic, and a couple of the guys went up and were just eating all the dicks. Like they just sucked so bad. So me and her were sitting in the back, and so I had just walked in, and she had an almost finished bowl of fries. And beside me was another comic. He had a bowl of fries, and he was like, "Hey, if you want some, have some. I'm done." And I'm like, "Oh, that's okay. I'm okay." And then she was like, "Yeah, have some of mine." And I was like, "Okay." And then I was sitting kind of closer to her, so I had a couple of her fries. Now, the funny thing was, she was like, yeah, have these. I'm done with them. But as soon as I started eating them, then she's like, and started eating them too. And I'm like, hey, what the shit? Well, is it not okay for the fat guy to have your fries, but it's okay for other thin people to eat your fries? But in the end, we started making fun of all the comics. We made one guy, we just called him, he looked like 2 hams fighting over each other inside a sweater. That's what he looked like. So we started cracking jokes, and then we just started laughing, and people were like, guys would come on stage and be like, oh, I killed her, right? You're like, oh, yeah, you did great there, fucking loser. Yeah, that was one. And then...
You're just a ray of sunshine, aren't you?
Well, this is after my first marriage, I just stopped lying. Period. I don't lie. That's one of my big things.
And I presume this is how the marriage ended.
No. It was after she was gone. She was crazy. It was not my fault. No man is capable to handle the white woman. The white woman is completely crazy. Okay. So
Yes, we are.
And now, I don't know. You're a foreign white woman. It's not the same. You have a different type of crazy, right? But the white, like the North American white woman, is like the great white buffalo. Like she's just crazy. Like you can never expect anything, because all of a sudden she's like, "You hit me," and you're like, "I have no arms." You can be like an armless guy and be like, "How did I hit you?" You're like, "You bit me." You're like, "What the fuck?" And then you're done. You know, your life is over. So.
You know, this is going on the internet, right?
What do I give a shit?
Just checking.
I've been hidden for, listen, as an icon of sexuality, as I feel that I am.
Yeah.
I've been hidden for too long. So it's about time that I, share my unbelievably good looks with the world. It's only fair. But yeah, there's Kelly.
Yes.
Is definitely one who I think is hilarious. Another one, Allie Banks. I'm not sure if our mutual friend has told you about her. She's fucking hilarious. And the funny thing is, the first few times that I saw her, she kind of ate shit, and I was like, I really thought she was a lot funnier, but all right. And then we were at a show together, and she was the headliner. And a close friend of mine went up before her as a feature, and he ate all the dicks. Like he destroyed, that crowd went to shit so fast. And the funny thing is, he came off and he was like, "Oh, this crowd sucks." And you and I both know there's no such thing as a shitty crowd, right? They may not be your crowd, and that's fair, but you can't just say they're a shit crowd, right? It's possible. It's just very few and far between. And I looked at him, I was like, we had the same crowd, because I had just killed it. Like, I had killed 10 minutes where everyone pretty much just either had an erection or shit their pants out of happiness. One of the two. And the ladies, they had erections, for sure. But
Yeah.
So...
Do you know, there's an old test. If you go for the first date and you have to know, like, whether you like the guy or you didn't. You know that one?
No.
Well, you take off your panties, you throw it to the ceiling, and if they stuck, you like him.
So gross. Oh my God.
So true, though.
But yeah, well, that's the biggest problem I find is the mystique of women. Like, men, I know for myself, I'm like, I have no interest in wanting to know anything. I'm like, no, not my problem. I'm out, right? But the problem is now is trying to make female-centric humor. It's like, oh, okay, I gotta learn some of this stuff. And it's like, oh my God, women have a crime scene in their pants. What the fuck is going on? Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's very...
On this wonderful note, let's keep rolling.
So
we have like 15 minutes per show.
Sorry. Yeah.
Let's go on. So, Callie and Allie.
Yeah, Allie, I've seen her destroy people, and it was glorious. Yeah, she's fucking hilarious. Them two, those two, I have to admit, I've had the most interaction where I just love their material, and I see, like, even when they're just trying to work through stuff, I can see where they're going with it, and I love it. They're really talented women.
Are they both Canadian?
Yeah, they're in Toronto. Yeah.
There's an interesting Canadian scene. Yeah. Okay, are you ready for the round number 2?
Yep, I am, absolutely.
Round number 2, truth serum. Round number 2 is called truth serum, and truth serum means that you have like truth serum in your system. Somebody say that you drink it, somebody say you inject it, one or another.
Right up the nose, no problem.
And yeah, I have a couple of questions specifically for you, and I'm very interested in your truthful yet hilarious answers.
I'll do my best.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, first question for you. You produce and promote quite a lot of shows, right?
Yeah.
So, what is the worst thing you saw a comedian do on stage? Like, not just bomb, but something either atrocious or horrific or horrible, or like you wanted to punch a guy out.
I saw one guy sit down on the ground. He started eating just all the dicks, just everything. He started off with he had just immigrated to Canada, and he's of Middle Eastern descent. And he started with a joke that he was still working on, and he like immediately lost the crowd. So then he went into stuff that is good, and it just kept getting worse. So eventually he didn't even sit on a chair. He just sat on the ground, and I was like, come on. And the funny thing is, he's like, I hate my life right now. I'm like, dude, don't just, because he's hilarious. He's a hilarious guy. That was hilarious. The other one was, one of my close friends, he was getting really good at crowd work, and then his life got turned upside down.
Yeah.
And so he started getting really aggressive with his crowd work. So he'd be like, "You, what do you do for a living?" Or like, "You, who did you vote for?" And you're like, "Whoa, man, stop. What are you doing?" You know? And I did punch him in the face. There is a video of me slapping him in the face for his birthday.
Jeez.
Yeah, well, he really deserved it. And it was warranted. But
How far did he fly?
Huh?
Actually, hold that thought. I have a second question. So, in one of your interviews, you've disclosed that you've been bullied as a child.
True.
But you were always this like ginormous person. You're a giant, basically, and you were from childhood. How many kids did you send 6 feet under pushing daisies?
There's no body, there's no crime. That's the rule. Okay? Number one. In all honesty, in general, like the last time I find it hilarious is because at this level where I'm at, the amount of confidence I have just as a man, or as a person, really, I know exactly who I can and can't take, right? So the last time I was in a fight was probably like 2009, 2008, and it was a close friend of mine who I'm still close friends with, and he was like, "You know what? You got a big mouth, and someone needs to teach you a lesson." I'm like, that's a bad idea. So we arranged to have a fight, and afterwards, he went to the hospital. I went for breakfast because it was about 4 minutes, and I mangled him. And but yeah, that's like anyone who's really gotten to a fight, they never want to get into another one because like even if I get the shit kicked out of me, if I fall on you, you're fucked, right? And I don't want that on my. So there's no bodies that anyone can prove at this point in time, and I'm gonna stick to that story until the day I die, or somebody digs one up. So I'm good.
How's your friend though?
Yeah, he's good. He limps. Yeah, I ended up tearing his ACL.
Was it like a soft slap or?
That was a different one. Yeah, well, I didn't go full force. And that's the biggest problem. So if you guys see my hands, here, get an idea. This is my wedding band. I'm gonna show it to the camera. That's size 14 and a half for my wedding ring. And so you can see that too. And it's like a bangle for normal people. Like it just fits on their wrist. So I can't go full force when I hit something like that. There's 2 people that I have smacked on stage, and both times I hit them not full, just kind of a little bit more than momentum, and both of them just kind of went off the chair and landed on the ground. And it's like that'll happen. So, but
yeah,
well, sometimes one guy he kept on. I don't like being touched in general. And he kept on. I'm like, "Don't touch me again."
Thanks for your wife.
Well, that's different, right? But like in general, because there's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I want to hug," and I'm like, "Don't fucking touch me. That's gross. Like, just leave me alone, right?" And he came up and he went and he kind of came at me like this. So it's like, ugh, like to grab my chest, and I just went pop and just give him a quick little jab in the chest. And this is one of the guys that I actually did smack on stage too. He's a close friend. I don't know how bad that really sounds.
Well, I'm scared now. I feel like we were getting friendly, and now I'm not going to Toronto ever.
Like, I'm real friends with Dino. He's a great guy, but he hits me all the time. So yeah, I hit him. He kind of he fell back like 4 steps into a chair, and just grabbed his chest. He's like, "Why? Why would you do that?" And I'm like, "Don't touch me, man." And for like 3 days, he's calling me. He's like, "My chest still hurts." My girlfriend said, "Did I get hit by a car? Because I have a bruise on my chest." And I'm like, "Don't touch me, man. I don't like it. It's not nice." But anyways, sorry.
Well, that could be your next nickname, Dino the BMW. That would work.
I don't know. There's too many Jewish people. I don't think the BMW would carry very well in this industry. It's just not my. They don't forget.
Yes, there's a lot of us. Okay.
Ba-boom.
Your last question.
All right.
Your beautiful wife, Victoria, is originally from London.
Yes.
So, did you marry her to upgrade your colonial status?
Of course. Are you kidding me? I went from colony to colonial. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a colonizer, baby. No, that's yeah, that's definitely what I did. Yeah, that's why I'm like, listen, I got street smarts, but she's Asian. She's way smarter than she's more intelligent than I am, right? But like, she would have her wallet stolen on a daily basis if it wasn't for me. So. It works out. We balance each other out, you know? I hide in the darkness.
The brawn and the brain.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm the pretty one that just beats people up, and she's just, she's the pretty one. She's definitely the pretty one. I'm not the pretty one. I'm the ogre one. Yeah. I was thinking of painting my face.
She is very beautiful.
She is, and I was tempted to paint my face green for this and be like, yeah, sometimes I pretend to be Shrek and just, I'm that bored at this point.
This is an interesting role play in your household. You also have an anniversary coming up, right?
That's correct. Yeah, it's going to be 5 years.
Oh. Are you planning on something special?
Originally I was. Now I'm just planning for survival, which is shit. So I'm sure you have heard this. I'm sure you disagree with this very sternly. Is buying things for women is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
And women are like, no, it's not. You're like, yeah, it is. Because women don't have a favorite thing. They have favorites. It's like, oh, absolutely. This is my favorite for this month because of this weather and this. And you're going, what the fuck? That's not a favorite. That's just shit you like. If the favorite is one thing, you can be one favorite. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's just shit you like. That's it. Just period. Just shit.
That's not what Vogue told us. It's different.
Yeah.
But you actually, I don't know if you're going to use it or not. You know that my first degree, like my first job is psychology. I'm a psychologist, actually. So whenever I start dating anybody, and this actually tremendously helped my boyfriend, I make a list. I make a list with all of my measurements, all the colors that I like, all the colors that I like to wear, and then I have a wish list with links and measurements and colors that I absolutely want. So this is like a big, ginormous thing.
Now, every woman should do this. Now, my wife is not that nice. So she'll just drop certain hints, and I'm too lazy to pick up on them. So I might know, and I'll just say, listen, just tell me what you want. I don't care. Because it's a made up thing. I celebrate being married every day. I tell my wife I love her. We spend time together. There's all those kind of things. So me buying her shit, if that's what's really important, she can just fuck off, right?
Here's a hint cracker for you. Go around the house, and if you see any glam magazine opened up on a certain page with advertising, she wants that.
Oh, no. My wife would not be that nice. She would not. No. That's why I just say, like,
okay.
A few years ago, I think it was our first anniversary, we went to the Bahamas. And I bought her a really nice ring from David Yurman.
Yeah.
And that cost me a lot of money. So when we were deciding what to get, when we decided on that, I said, listen, that's going to be 4 years of Christmas, birthday, and anniversary up front. I'm like, you're getting fuck all, like maybe some flowers, but that's about it. Because like, it was like $3,000 US, which is like $30,000 Canadian or something, right? So I'm like, listen, yeah, you get something nice, and I don't have to fucking worry about this shit. The problem is that ends this year. So now I have to find something else, and I'm like, fuck me. I'm like, just tell me what you want.
You're fucked.
But every man has to know as soon as he's married, he is not the winner here. He can only be the survivor, second place. That's all. As long as his wife is, But that's the thing is you should not be happy. So that's why I don't lie. I'm like, I never forget our anniversary or anything like that. And I just say, I have no idea what the fuck to buy. Just, what do you want? Okay, good. I'll just buy that. I don't give a shit. Every time I've bought her something that I think she would like has been returned. Mm-hmm. Been returned in front of my face for something better that I had to now pay more for. So I'm like, no.
Honestly, this is the best thing you can do. You can give a receipt with with the price.
I would not dream of not doing. I'd be like, here's my gift for you. I'm sure it's shit. Here's the receipt, and here's an extra $300. Buy whatever you want.
I see your marriage has taught you well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go into the round number 3. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Round 3, classic lightning round. So in round number 3, I will give you 3 setups for very classic jokes, and then you have 10 seconds to come up with your punchline. You ready?
No. Damn it.
Okay. So your first setup is knock knock. Who's there? Social Security. Are you ready?
What the?
Well, you know the knock knock joke, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? 10 seconds on the clock. Go. Feel free to think out loud.
Social Security, knock knock. Who's there? Social Security who? Yeah, we're taking all you have. I don't know. That's a fucking weird one. That's Social Security.
Done.
It's so horrible. Yeah. Knock, knock. Who's there? Social Security. Social Security who? It's none of your business. We're taking your children. I don't know. Is that...
Okay.
No, see, I don't... Yeah, Social Security... Yeah, Oh, knock, knock. Who's there? Social Security. Yes. Social Security who? Social Security, you're still poor.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's probably...
I would turn it Russian. I would go Social Security. Who's there? Social Security. You open the door. There's nobody there because there's no Social Security. It's it's very local. Okay, are you ready for your second one?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't
It's
cry.
not gonna go well. That's fine.
I went to a circus once. It's a very free form. I went to a circus once. Go. 10 seconds.
I went to a circus once, and they ended up putting me in a cage and trying to show me off with extra hair.
Okay. Well, you've done that in 8 seconds.
Can I say, I'm fast in certain ways. Not physical, but mental. Bam! I'm like the Flash. No, not at all. That was a horrible joke.
The last one for this round. Get ready?
Yeah.
How many kittens does it take to screw in a light bulb? 10 seconds on the clock.
100. 99 to play around with the yarn and the box, and 1 to put in the light bulb. I don't know.
But he can. He has pauses. Jesus.
Hey, have you seen cats in action? They will fuck shit up, and they're just like... It'll be 1 to screw it in, and then 99 to try and swat it and break it.
Yeah, I think there's... The logical question would be how many light bulbs do you actually need for 100 kittens to do their shit?
Just the boxes.
But this is it for... Yeah. This is it for the round number 3, and we're done with the show. Actually, we're done filming.
Excellent.
And almost.
Okay.
You have now 5 seconds to look into your camera to see our viewers and tell them whatever you want to promote, shout out, tell them anything you want.
Awesome, guys. Follow me on Dino the Genetic Marvel on Instagram, Dino the Genetic Marvel on Twitter. I don't tweet because it's for losers, but I'm there. Dino the Genetic Marvel. I have a YouTube channel. I am working on another project called Morning Motivational Rant, which is going to be just 1-minute videos on a daily basis, but it's still in process, but it is coming soon. But yeah, check me out, Dino the Genetic Marvel. I have a Facebook page. You please click and like it and follow me.
Everything below.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And
I'll put everything below. And yeah. Thank you so much for doing this.
No, it's been my pleasure. I had a great time, and I know I'm a very chatty cat.
Yeah, me too. It's always now I can legitimately say that it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Because we talked so much before actually filming this thing that's
yeah. I'm gonna say this again, but we had to do it again. She started harassing me, and we had to start again. She's very angry. You know?
Yes. At some point he started crying. The first.
It was very emotional. It was just.
we couldn't put it off.
I'm a man with feelings. No.
So I'll let you cry and say hi to Victoria from me. Thank you so much for doing this once again. And
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share the video onto the various networks. I will put all the information about Dino down below in the description box. And we have comment section. You can comment and tell me who you want to see on actually the second season of Quarantine Comedian, because we're almost done with the season number 1. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ellie Weinstein, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye. Quarantined Comedian.